Okay, let's unpack this. If you're a coach, any level really, you know the big challenge. It's not just knowing stuff, it's actually seeing what's happening.
Yeah.
You know? With an athlete's movement, not just seeing what you kind of expect to see.
Right. There's that saying, isn't there, from Henrik Jensch?
Yeah, there's more missed by not looking than by not knowing. It really nails it.
Absolutely. And forever, getting that deep look meant labs.
Which means time and money. Serious amounts of both.
Exactly. And that whole cost, that time constraint.
Yeah.
Well, that's the hurdle we're really diving into today. We're looking at this tool suite, SportsBox AI 3D and eCoach 360 degrees. They're basically designed to get around those limits, bring that lab-level stuff, well, out into the real world.
Got it. So the mission here for this deep dive is to figure out how this tech gives you objective, like measurable data right there on the course or the field, and how it lets coaches track progress, properly over time. And this is big, the opportunities it might open up for coaches to actually scale what they do.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is how it bridges that gap.
Yeah.
The lab is the gold standard for data detail, sure. But athletes, they train, they compete, well, outside the lab. So this uses markerless motion capture video. Sounds fancy, but basically it's video combined with computer vision. It essentially puts the lab's analysis power onto your phone. You film where the athlete is,
right,
and the tech does the heavy lifting. It tackles those time and money issues head on.
And that feedback part, getting it instantly, that seems huge because, coaching feedback can sometimes feel a bit fuzzy.
Yeah, subjective.
You say swing faster or get higher, but faster than what? Higher where? It's open to interpretation.
Precisely. And this technology moves you away from that descriptive language to, well, hard metrics.
Yeah.
Real numbers.
Okay.
So instead of just saying faster, you get actual speed data. Or think about joint angles, hip, knee, ankle. You're not just saying, oh, bend your knee a bit more. You're getting a specific measurement, like your knee angle was 63 degrees here. The target, based on our work, is 61 degrees.
Ah, okay. That's incredibly specific.
It makes the feedback so much more actionable. It just cuts through the ambiguity for everyone.
And yeah, that snapshot is powerful, definitely. But the real story, the athlete's journey, that unfolds over time, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I'd argue the most valuable thing a coach can have is that longitudinal data. On one athlete, those objective numbers track consistently, weeks, months, years even.
Right.
This kind of data lets you prove objectively if what you're doing as a coach is actually working. Is it leading to the improvements you want? And it also creates this vital baseline.
For injuries, maybe?
Exactly. If an athlete gets injured, having that detailed objective data from when they were healthy, well, it's invaluable. It helps guide rehab, make informed calls about, are they ready to get back out there? The numbers tell an unbiased story of change.
You mentioned getting the data right away.
Yeah.
How does that stack up against, like, a typical lab visit?
Oh, it's a world of difference. In a traditional lab, you capture the data then. So wait.
Processing time.
Yeah, sometimes hours. Sometimes it could be days, for processing and getting a report back. With this system, you capture the video on your phone and boom, the metrics, the joint angles, they're processed and right there.
Yeah.
Almost instantly.
On your device.
On your device.
Yeah.
That immediate access means you can give feedback, make adjustments right then and there.
Yeah.
During the session.
Okay, so you've got this really powerful data. It's immediate, it's accessible, but the coach's classic problem. You can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah.
How does this tech help with that?
That's where the scaling comes in, especially with the eCoach 360 degree part. The technology lets you kind of break free from that physical limitation. You can get data from clients anywhere, literally anywhere in the world.
How does that work?
They use the app, capture their movement. That data becomes available to you, the coach. You analyze it, look at the video, and then you send back specific data-driven feedback.
Ah, okay.
It really opens the door for coaches to build a global client base, to reach way beyond just their local area.
So you get the standard things, speed, turn, shift, which is useful, having it all in one place. But the sources mention some metrics that are, like, genuinely unique to this platform. What are those?
Yeah, this is where it gets really insightful, I think. One is called mechanical golf power.
Okay, what's that? Not just club speed.
No, it's more subtle.
Right.
It's about how efficiently energy moves through the body during the swing, the sequence. To calculate it, you need that detailed joint angle data, the body segment info the platform captures.
Right.
And the key thing is, research apparently shows that changes in this mechanical power, they directly link to swing efficiency. So tracking that gives you a much deeper read on performance potential than just, say, raw speed, especially when you're fine-tuning before a tournament.
Got it. So it's like looking under the hood at the engine's efficiency, not just the car's top speed. Makes sense. And there was another unique one.
Yes, contact angle. The source defines it as the angle of an imaginary line. It connects the spot where the club hits the ground with the body's center of mass.
Okay, that sounds very specific.
It is. It's a precise geometric data point about that critical moment of impact. Really useful for diagnosing certain types of issues, apparently.
Interesting. Now, beyond just using the tool yourself with your own athletes, there's also this idea of getting more involved, like with the tech itself.
That's right. They talk about an ecosystem. Coaches can become power users or even technology ambassadors.
Okay.
And there's a commercial side to it. It mentions coaches can potentially earn commission, it says up to 10%, by introducing the app to their teams or academies or maybe other coaches who aren't using it yet.
And they help you do that.
Yeah, they provide materials, expert-led training to support you if you want to go down that road.
So for a coach listening, how would they actually get into that program? What are the steps?
Seems pretty straightforward. You basically express interest, consent to join, and you get a unique link, like a referral link.
Okay.
When other people use your link to sign up, they get added to the program. And often they get a benefit too, like a discount or maybe a longer free trial.
Which is a nice incentive you can offer.
Exactly. And as the coach who referred them, you also get things like automated golfer tracking reports. There's also a certification path mentioned.
Right, become certified and using the tool.
Yeah. Complete the training, learn how to really use the tool effectively, interpret the data properly, get certified, and then you can be listed on their website, which, could help attract more golfers who are looking for coaches using this kind of data-driven approach.
And this whole ambassador referral thing, it's global.
Yes, the opportunity is designed to be global.
Okay. And technically speaking, it sounds like it's mainly mobile focused for now.
The main push, the development focus is centered on the iPhone app. That's widely used already. But the materials do say Android solutions are available. So if that's what you need, it sounds like something you can discuss with them.
And looking forward, are there hints about what's next? New features, new data points?
Yeah, they mentioned several significant updates are planned. One that stands out is adding swing speed data.
Okay, more speed metrics.
Well, yes, but its position is more than just another metric. It could give insights into, like, explosiveness and potentially, quite critically, an athlete's readiness. Readiness to train or maybe indicating a need for recovery.
So it could help manage training load.
Potentially, yeah. That kind of data could inform decisions about workout intensity, recovery planning, that sort of thing. And they also mentioned other ongoing improvements to their main swing analysis tech. Oh, and there's also a studio application, which sounds like a complementary product, maybe more desktop-focused, beyond the mobile app.
Right. Okay, so let's try and pull this all together then. We've looked at a technology that seems to fundamentally shift coaching analysis away from, subjective descriptions.
Yeah, towards objective, measurable numbers, like those precise joint angles and unique things like mechanical power.
And it gives coaches that crucial ability to track data long-term. Real longitudinal data.
Which provides clear evidence of progress or lack thereof, and really helps with managing athlete health, return-to-play decisions, all that.
Plus, this detailed feedback isn't locked away in a lab report days later. It's immediate.
Right there on your mobile device.
Yeah.
Eliminates that lag time completely.
And maybe, one of the biggest shifts is enabling coaches to break free from geography.
Absolutely. Scaling their practice, working with athletes remotely, wherever they are, that's potentially transformative for a coach's business.
So by giving coaches these tools, these unique metrics like mechanical golf power, contact angle, it helps them see more, like we said at the start, a deeper, truly data-driven understanding of movement. It circles back to that initial challenge.
It really does, which, leaves us with maybe a final thought to chew on. If coaches start having easy access to this kind of precise, real-time data, things like energy transfer efficiency, maybe even physiological readiness via things like that upcoming swing speed data, how might that level of insight fundamentally change how training programs get designed, how athlete fatigue is actually managed day to day, and how we plan those crucial rest and recovery periods? It could be quite profound.